Hi and welcome to Unacademy. So today we're going to discuss on nanotechnology. Uh, so um, and yeah, without further ado, let's begin the session. Okay. The first question The first question we are discussing is about nanomaterials. So, nano technology, nano is actually derived from the Greek word, which means dwarf. Okay, so this particular nanotechnology or nanomaterials, they are actually between the range of. So, actually, they are between the range of 1 nanometer to 100 nanometer. Okay, so these are the nanomaterials, and the utilization of these materials in the technology or in application part is actually called as your nanotechnology. So this question is actually about which of the following are the nanomaterials that are found naturally in the world, which are found naturally in the world. Um,
When you pay your credit card bills for credit points, use them to
okay, so yeah, we have the options. Kindly answer it. Okay. So yes, it includes all the four. It includes the hemoglobin in blood. It includes the particles in the volcanic ash, nanostructures that gives the color to the peacock feather, and also the exhaust from this fossil fuel. So B is the correct answer for the question. So let's understand. So what are natural nanomaterials? These are the molecules or the materials which are within the diameter range of 1 nanometer to 100 nanometer. Okay, and these are actually called as your natural nanomaterials. Okay, and there are also man-made nanomaterials which occurs from objects or places, and they are created by the people. So it actually includes the exhaust from the fossil fuel engines and all these things. So they can be naturally made nanomaterials which are found naturally in the world, and there are also man-made nanomaterials as well. Okay, so the next question, which of the following are the commercial applications of the nanotechnology in the agriculture sector? In the agriculture sector, where are it like in what applications it is being used? So the first option is delivery of pesticides and fertilizers. The second option is monitoring of soil conditions and plant growth. The third one is detection of animals and plant pathogens. Then the last one is deliver of DNA to the plants. So in which of the following nanotechnology is used in the agricultural sector? Okay, this is the next question. I'm waiting for your answer. Yeah. So the correct answer for the question is monitoring all the above. C is the correct answer. So let's understand. So in agricultural sector, nanotechnology is used in delivering the pesticides and fertilizers. So as we know, the side effects of the pesticides and the fertilizers are more when they are used in bulk. They are actually worse than the pesticides which are actually seen, right? So in this particular phenomenon, nanotechnology, what happens is that there are nanomaterials of this particular pesticides or the fertilizers in the molecular level. So they are directly targeted to the zones where if it is a fertilizer, it is actually targeted to the roots. If it is a pesticide, it is actually targeted to the region where the pests are actually affecting it. Okay, this is actually a method to reduce the use of the pesticides and the fertilizers, and it is economic. At the same time, the ill effects of the pesticides and the fertilizers can be reduced using this. Okay, and the second thing is about the monitoring of the soil conditions. Yes, the availability of water, the availability of the nutrients to the soil, and the growth of the plants can be determined using the nanotechnology. How can it be done? There are like these nano materials are actually used as sensors. Okay, so these can be used as a sensor, and this sensor will sense the availability of water and other things, other soil conditions which are required for the plants to grow. Similarly, it is actually also used for the detection of animal and the plant pathogens. It is used for the detection of animal and the plant pathogens, and also to deliver the DNA to the plants. So this is actually your biotechnology. Okay, so this is your biotechnology or genetic engineering. Okay. Okay. So moving on, the next question. Yeah. So all the statements are correct. Okay. Fine. The next question is about the recent schemes and programs. Okay, that are actually in place for development of the nanotechnology. The first thing is about your National Science and Technology Mission, which was launched in 2007. It is an umbrella program that aims to promote research and development in the nanotechnology. The second statement says Nanoscience and Technology Initiative was set up. Okay, it was set up by Department of Pharmaceuticals in 2001, and it is focusing on the issues relating to the nanomaterials, including drugs, drug delivery, genetic targeting, and DNA chips. So which of the following statements are correct? So which of the following statements are correct? So kindly comment in the give the answer in the comment section. Okay. Fine. So the correct answer for the question is one only, because the second statement is not correct. It is not the Department of Pharmaceuticals. It is not the Department of Pharmaceuticals, but it is actually the Department of Science and Technology. It is Department of Science and Technology which actually looks into this particular initiative, NSTI. Okay, so this was set up in 2001. Okay, so these are the two important missions that is associated with Nano Science and Technology Initiative. Okay, it is asking for the incorrect statements, right? Yeah, so B is the correct answer. It is since it is asking for the incorrect statements, B is the correct answer for the question. Moving on, so which of the following are the applications of the nanotechnology in the health sector? Which of the following are the applications of the nanotechnology in the health sector? Answer the question. Which of the following are the applications of the nanotechnology in the health sector? So these are recently in news post your COVID era, and yeah. Okay. So yeah, the correct answer for the question is all the above. The correct answer for the question is all the above. Let's understand the application of nanotechnology in the healthcare. So nanotech detectors are used for detecting your heart attacks. Nanochips are actually used to check the plaques in the artery. What is a plaque? So this is your artery. So artery is primarily a blood vessel, right? So in this artery, if there is going to be a substance which is going to block. So this is usually a fat, and what happens because of which the blood cannot flow freely into the blood vessel. So because of which there could be a blockage, or there could be a heart attack and all these things. So to detect these plaques or the deposits on the surface of the arteries also, you can use nanotechnology in the form of nano chips. Then you can use nano carriers for eye surgery, chemotherapy, and all these things. And diabetic pads can be used for regulating the blood sugar level. And there are also nanoparticles for the drug delivery to the brain. Okay, for the drug delivery to the brain also, you can use nanoparticles. And there are nanosponges, which are a polymer nanoparticles that are coated with a red blood cell membrane and can be used for absorbing the toxins and removing them from the bloodstream. And nanoflowers, they can be used for detection of cancer cells in the bloodstream. And similarly, nanopores are used for DNA, making DNA sequencing more efficient. So these are the applications of nanotechnology in the healthcare. Do you understand? Yes. Okay. We shall move on. The next and the very recent use of nanotechnology is actually to give an antiviral nano coating in the face mask and the personal protection equipments. So this is something which is owned by the healthcare workers, right? So these people will be wearing a personal protection equipment which is actually having a nano coating. So because of this nano coating, the viruses cannot affect these people. Okay, this isn't like an extra protection or extra shield. Okay, it's like an extra protection or the extra shield for the people who are wearing it. So the next question is actually on that. Okay, recently the Department of Science and Technology has approved the use of antiviral nano coatings on the COVID-19 masks. These coatings are approved by the triple layer medical masks and N95 respirator as a part of the mission of National Science and Technology, or MNST, or nano mission. The antiviral nano coating has been developed using N9 blue silver, which will be modified to form the nano complexes with the iron compounds to achieve a synergistic effect. Which of the following statements are correct? So this is a very recent development of your nanotechnology, that is the use of an nano coating over your masks and all these things. Okay, your mask and your PPE. I think this is the last point we see, if we saw it here, right? So that is what we have the question here. So answer the question. Which of the following statements are correct? Yeah, I'm waiting for your answer, people. You can answer me through live chat. Yes. Okay. Tough crowd. Fine. So the correct answer is 1 and 2. The correct answer is 1 and 2. Okay, the third statement is not correct. I'll tell you why. So, the Department of Science and Technology has approved the anti-COVID-19 masks. So, this is going to have an antiviral nano coatings. Okay, so this is going to be a triple layer medical, this is going to be used for the triple layer medical mask for N95 respirator as a part of the mission of nanotechnology, or your nano mission. So, the N9 blue silver, it is actually going to be reacting. So this is actually going to react with zinc. Okay, so this zinc and this is going to give a synergistic effect. And this synergistic effect is actually subsequently it will prevent. Okay, it is when it is applied on the face mask, it is going to prevent the viruses from entering inside. So this is also used in the PPEs, that is the personal protection equipments. So silver with an atomic number of 47 and zinc with an atomic number of 30 are used in the process. Okay, so after the evaluation of the shelf life of the coatings and efficacy of the different conditions, it will be used for the field trials. So now it is actually in use. So this was a previous news article, but now it is actually in use. Okay. Yes. So the next one is about your quantum dots. Okay, this is about your quantum dots. So these are the nanoscale crystals that have that can be used for the used to transport electron. So which of the following are the potential applications of the quantum dots? Solar cells, LEDs, quantum computing, medical imaging, cell biology research. Which of the following are the applications of your quantum dots? Okay, quantum dots is very much in news, people. So this is actually a little different than your quantum technology. Like both have a similar principle, but the applications are different. Okay. So which like where are they the quantum dots are used? So answer the question. I'll explain you what is a quantum dot and anything. Um okay. Fine. The correct answer for the question is all the above. Okay. So it is used in solar cells, LEDs, quantum computing. Then you have your medical imaging, then cell biology research, all these things, it is being used. So quantum dots are semiconductor particles of few nanometers size. So this is a semiconductor particle. So if it is a semiconductor particle, it can be actually used in multiple places. Okay. So when the quantum dots are illuminated by the UV light, it can be it will be excited to an higher energy. For example, there is going to be a light on this quantum dot. It is going to go to one higher energy. So in this process, there is an electricity that is produced. So this is why it is used in the single electron transistors, solar cells, which produces electricity, in the LEDs. So this energy is actually converted into light in LEDs, in lasers, in single photon sources. All these things this could be used, and they have also been used in Langmuir blotted thin films. Okay. And they actually are result in less expensive and less time consuming methods of semiconductor fabrication. So these are the quantum dots, are nothing but the semiconductor particles. Usually semiconductor particles are a little larger in size, but here the quantum dots are nanometers in size. Okay. So moving on, so this is about your black carbon. As we already discussed, there are many nanomaterials you can see in the world, and one important thing is that some of them could be naturally occurring nanomaterials, and some of them could be man-made. And this black carbon, this exhaust coming out of the fossil fuel burning, or the black carbon, is actually a type of a nanomaterial. Okay, so carbon is a component of the fine particulate matter formed due to the incomplete combustion of the fossil fuels, biofuels, and biomass. The black carbon increases the albedo, which when deposited on the snow and ice. When in the tropics, the black carbon is in the soil significantly contribute to the soil fertility. So which of the following statements are correct with respect to the black carbon? So kindly give me the answer in the comment section. Just give it a try. Okay. So yes, the correct answer for the question is B. The correct answer for the question is B. Okay. The second statement is not correct. Black carbon, that it does not increases the albedo, it actually decreases the albedo. So what is albedo? Albedo is the reflective capacity. Right. So whenever this black carbon is going to be deposited on the snow, what it is going to do, it is actually going to reduce the reflective capacity. So the light is actually not reflected, but it is actually being absorbed. So because of which the heat energy, it is actually going to cause the melting of the ice. Okay. So the second statement alone is not correct. 1 and 3 are correct. Yes, it actually significantly contributes to the soil fertility. Okay, the next question is about the field of plasmonics. Okay, this is about the field of plasmonics. Now, plasmonics is the field of nanophotonics that holds the promise of molecular size optical device technology, the science of fluorescent nanoparticles that are used in the modern networks, the hypothetical science used in the science fiction weaponry, plasma cannons, a technology that is used to design the laser guided photonic gyroscopes. So what is plasmonics? Okay. So what is plasmonics? So plasmonics is basically the optical electronic components. Okay, the optical device that is actually using your nano substances or nano photonics. So this is actually to study the molecular size. Okay, and the molecular dimensions. And this is an optical device technology that is scalable to the molecular dimensions. And this is actually called as your plasmonics. So kindly you make a note of it. So this is your nano photonics or nano plasmonics. That is it is actually an optical device that is in a that is really small, and it is it is in the size of a molecule. Okay, so the next question is about your nanobots, nano robots or nanobots. They do not exist yet, exist in experimental form in the laboratories, or already used in nanomedicine to remove the plaque and the walls in the arteries, will be used by NASA next year in the unmanned mission to Mars. So which of the following statements are correct? Which of the following statements are correct with respect to the nanorobots? You can actually answer in the live chat, people. You can answer. Give me the answer in the live chat. Okay, so yes, the third statement is correct. So nanorobots are actually used these days. So this is your nanorobot. See, this is your red blood corpuscle, and this nanorobot is actually having a similar size of a red blood corpuscle. And this is now these nanorobots, as we already discussed before, it is being used in the nanomedicine and to remove the plaque from the walls of the arteries, and it is having multiple uses as well. So we actually had a look at the nanotechnology in the healthcare, right? So we were studying about the nanotech detectors. We discussed about nano chips, nano carriers, diabetic pads, which can be used to reduce the blood sugar level, then nano sponges, nano flats, nano pores, all these things, right? So nanobots are also used in the process. It is now majorly used in the medicine, and it can also be used in other fields as well. Fine. The next question is about your graphene. Okay, what is your graphene? So among the four options, what is your graphene? A new material made from the carbon nanotubes, one atom thick sheet of carbon, which is made up of full of fullerenes. It is a software tools that is used to graphically measure the nanoparticles. Which of the following statements is correct? Okay, so the correct answer for the question is B. Okay, so graphene is basically it is a single sheet of carbon. Okay, it is a single sheet of carbon, and it is having a characteristic honeycomb appearance. So this carbon sheet is actually used in multiple substances, including your smart screens. Okay, your LED screens. Yeah, Vidyarani is going with A. No, it is actually an one carbon thick sheet of one atom thick sheet of carbon. Okay, this is actually used in your smart screens. It can be used in your in multiple devices, including the electronic gadgets, in semiconductor devices. All these things it can be used. Yes, very good, Amrut. Very good. B is the correct answer, right? So this is also a nanotechnology, because even if it is going to be a single sheet, the particles are actually the thickness of the sheet is just in a nano material size. Okay, fine. This is actually gray goo. Okay, so this is something which is proposed by the scientist. So what is a gray goo? What is a gray goo? This was also seen in news. Okay, okay, fine. I'll tell you the answer. It is an hypothetical substance. This is not existing now, but it is hypothetically thought that this particular substance is actually going to have a out of control self-replicating nanorobots that is going to consume all the living matter on Earth. So this is actually called as a grey goo, and this has been hypothesized by several scientists. So the nano materials are not just good. No, no, it is A. Okay, it is not just that the nanomaterials are very good. They could be like some issues that could be caused from the nanomaterials, and the hypothesis that is proposed by them is grey goo. So what is this? It is a substance which like the nanorobots, they start self-replicating, and because of which it is going to consume all the living matter on earth. So this is actually considered to be a grey goo. This is highly destructive. This is something which is hypothesized. It is not existing yet, but the scientist thinks it might in the future. Fine. Yeah. So which of the consumer products is already made using the nanotechnology measure or methods? So these are the consumer products. Which of them were actually used through or it is using the technology, nanotechnology methods? Okay, very good, Vidya. It is no, it actually it is all the above. It is all the above. It is not sunscreen alone. Okay, so sunscreen, yes, it is going to have some materials in the nano size. Okay, the protective materials, all this oxynovate, zinc, and all these things. Apart from that, even your golf ball, right? Golf ball is actually having a lot of depressions, and these some of the depressions are actually nano sized. Okay, and even your fishing lure, it will also be having some nanotech measure thing. Okay, so that's about it. So today in this session, we have discussed a lot about nanotechnology, the basic nanomaterials, the application, commercial application of nanomaterials in the agricultural sector, and the what are the basic schemes and initiatives that are in force with reference to your nanotechnology, and then about the use of nanotechnology in healthcare. This is a news, very much a news because of the COVID crisis and the other related issues. And then we also discussed about the recent anti-nanoviral coating on the PPE kits, then some applications of nanotechnology in the form of quantum dots, black carbon, plasmonics, nanorobots, graphene, then grey goo. This is an hypothetical substance, and then about the consumeristic methods. And one more thing you have to remember is your mayonnaise. Okay, I think you everybody would be familiar of this mayonnaise. So mayonnaise also uses the nanotechnology method. So what happens is that what is mayonnaise basically? Your egg, then you'll be using a little bit of oil and water. You'll mix everything in a subspeed so that it'll actually form something called as your emulsion. So there is actually a change in the nano particle level. So because of which only this mayonnaise is actually getting a characteristic, the thickness and the taste is actually derived due to the changes in the nanotechnology nano material size. Okay, so mayonnaise is also an application of a nanotechnology, but we don't know that is right. So this was mayonnaise was discovered like centuries ago. So this is that. Okay, so nanotechnology is there everywhere in our life, but most of the applications we are not very familiar with. And now we are actually bringing up new technologies with the nano material. It is expense saving. It is actually reducing the concern thing, but there is also a concern among the scientists that it could also be the next big danger the world is bringing forth, because the nanotechnology is actually another source of pollution as well. Okay, so these are the things you have to remember with respect to the nanotechnology. I hope you had a good class today. If you have any doubts, you can post it here in the comment section. I would like to answer your questions. One offer is associated with the UPSC subscription. So if you're going to get the subscription within today, if you'll be getting four options. One is your printed notes, but 10,000 rupees you're going to get it for free, and there is a mega subscription offer which is actually going to let you have a extended subscription. Then there is also loans for your subscription, and along with a 10% discount. So this is the 4-in-1 offer. So the 20 books, it is worth 10,000 rupees, and you're going to so this is actually free with the 1-year subscription onwards. Okay, and then if you're going to go for a loan, also the loan availability is also there. Then yes, so this week on 2nd of May, as usual, we'll be having the Unacademy Combat. So you can use the code VMIIAS. Okay, VMIIAS 2 10 to actually unlock the you can use this code to actually unlock the thing. And yes, the UPSC mega subscription offer is actually extended till April 28th. Okay, so if you're going to get the subscription before April 28th, the 1-year plan is going to be valid till your prelims 2022, and 2-year plan is going to be valid till your prelims 2023. Okay, and there are some new batches that are coming up on 28th of April, that is today. And you're going to, the plus subscription and iconic subscription are available. Plus subscription, you can get it for 49,500, while the iconic one you can get it for 74,500, and you can actually avail another 10% discount using the code VMIIAS 10. Okay, so that's about it from our side. Thank you so much. And you can also check out my classes. The link is in the description. So today we are actually having a discussion on the CSAT 2020 paper at 5 p.m. And we're also discussing art and culture, and several other classes of mine are coming up. So kindly have a look at it. You can find the, if you like my teaching methods, you can actually log into my special classes, and the link is in the subscription, in the description below. And that's about it from my side. And if you like the class, please like, comment, and subscribe to UPSC Articulate. Thank you so much.